We are here to talk to you about episode 9, Baddies USA, Windy City Welcome. Want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections to spot our differences. And let's get it going. I think I'm supposed to be doing an interview with Fauna this week. I think I can make it happen. She told me to hit her up. I'm gonna hit her up when she gets back. I think she gets back tomorrow. We'll see if we can make it happen. We'll see if we can make it do what it do. Anyways, this particular episode was really good. Was it not? Click that thumbs up button, click that hype button, and leave a comment. Good in the sense of the Baddies universe and what Baddies is supposed to offer us, right? That's, it's not grade A television. Like, I'm not telling everybody to watch this bitch, but for what Baddies is, this is probably the best episode. I'm not even going to probably. I'm going to say it was the best episode. This episode was a 10 out of 10. We start this episode off with some great talking pieces, some great talking moments with a different variety of women, okay? Suki walk up on the scene looking really good. Sapphire walk up on the scene looking really good. These are some beautiful women, okay? They going on and on about what's going on. We talk about, Gretch saying the N-word. What happened? What happened with you and Gretch? What's going on? Suki, like, she was getting flippy with the mouth. Don't talk to me like you real greasy like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know you like that. We're not homegirls. We're not friends. Don't be calling me no bitch. It is what it is. And I told her what everybody was saying. That's the reason why she got booed. Now, I don't recall everybody saying it. I recall Suki saying it, but of course, the edit don't allow us to see everything. So maybe everybody was saying it. Maybe she talked to some people in the audience and it was like, we don't mess with her because she said the N-word. I don't know. But Suki is of that belief, right? So she talking to Sapphire. Sapphire go like, well, maybe, Gretch think it's cool because Tavi gave her a grace to say it. First of all, Gretch been saying it before she even met Tavi, or before Tavi was even on Baddies, because I believe Tavi said that they knew each other before Baddies or knew of each other before Baddies. I could be incorrect, but I think she said that on my interview. But Sapphire is bringing Tavi into the storyline by saying, hey, Tavi gave her a grace. So Suki like, who is Tavi? Like, what does she do? Did she do something? And, Sapphire was like, she does the intervention with me. What you mean an intervention? She ain't doing no intervention. You ain't doing no intervention. You ain't her. You are a model. You are an entertainer. I said, oh, okay, you better big up your friend. You better big up your friend. I like Suki and Sapphire's dynamic, But another duo dynamic I love, Lex and Dolly. They are by far they are there, baby. They are there. Another duo that I love, but we haven't been able to see them be that duo anymore, is Diamondthebody and Tinka. Like, that's a dynamic duo that I loved on Baddies. Suki and Sapphire, a dynamic duo I love on Baddies. Yeah, and that was Lex and Dolly. Because, everybody, there's no other twosome. You know what I'm saying? There's no real other twosome. Although Ivory and Diamond are becoming like besties. And I don't know if they'll ever get a chance to come back on Baddies. We don't know. But as of right now, Lex and Dolly is in there like swimwear. And I love the progression and change. Speaking of Lex and Dolly, we get a conversation with Lex and Dolly. And, they talking about how they can try to reconnect and work things out with Summer, how, they try to talk it out with her, but Summer doesn't want to hear it, how, they trying to see how they could get back, threesome back together. And I'm like, yeah, it's a done deal. It's not happening. I mean, we know it's not happening now because they online every goddamn day. At least Summer is. But I'm like, yeah, it's not happening. It's not gonna happen. It is what it is. Then we get a clip of Tinka and Rollie. Tinka and Rollie are talking. Rollie is like, we need to rethink these girls that are getting booed. I don't know if we need to have them on the tour anymore. I don't want anything to become too crazy, because that's a lot. They was throwing bottles at her and everything. And Tinka's like, yeah, I agree. Then, Natalie calls, or they call Natalie, and Natalie starts saying the same thing. And I'm like, okay, so Natalie and Rollie on the same accord with regards to how this thing should be running. I don't blame them, because at the very least, not at the very least, at the very most, they should be concerned with these people's safety, the crowd and the entertainment. Throwing bottles at somebody, That's insane. Now, we didn't see anybody throwing bottles, but they're saying that they threw bottles. I would be more concerned about bottles being thrown at me versus me getting booed. So that's a lot to think about and a lot to dissect and look into. We get Scotty and Jayla and Milan, a nice little setup. Didn't Lemmy is online saying he had to go to Milan again, and now we got Kanaya in the mix with that whole drama. I feel bad for Scotty and the stuff that's going on while she's pregnant. At the same time, it's like we shouldn't be too shocked, right? I mean, she shouldn't be anyway. We don't know the man, but she shouldn't be too shocked. But anyways, Jayla and Scotty are off in Milan, creating scenes and filling up the episode, which is cool. I'm glad we're filling up the episode. Scotty is talking about how Tommie did what she did, and Scotty's talking about how she's like trying to still be in the mix and try to mix and mingle with the girls, and how Lemmy allowed her to come and bring a friend. It's a lot to unpack with this particular scene. But it was a cute scene nonetheless, because it shows how much Baddies has grown and their reach, right? I mean, for God's sakes, they were in Africa and UK already. But the fact that we have different locations with these women during one season is dope. I like that. So it's a good look. Smiley and Gretch are in Chicago, I think. I don't know if they're in Florida or not, but they're in Chicago. So it says them, and they are talking by a penny pond. And tell me what. Smiley throws her feet in the penny pond. And I'm like, bro, like what? Like what? That is not clean water at all. That is not clean water at all. And then she put her socks on with her feet, with her sneakers, like, bro, like, that was nasty. But Smiley and Gretchen are talking about the whole Suki thing and how Gretch feels that she needs to get that. And, Smiley is like, I like them girls. Gretch is like, I don't give a damn if you like them or not. I need to get that, and I'm going to get that. And at this moment, I understand Gretch. I never in a million years would have thought that I would be big up in or understanding or, respecting or Gretchen. But in this moment, I do. I do. It's crazy, right? So Rollie texts Smiley to say, oh, we got to go to the house, so I'll meet up. So they go to meet up with the girls. Half the girls get on the bus. It's on site between Nunu and Fauna. Like, it just made sense that it would be because, girl, she just fought you in the thing. Y'all better fight now. But it seemed like Nunu wasn't, like, on that, but she knew that she knew that it was going to give that, but it seemed like she was timid and didn't really want to give that. But Fauna looked at her, gave a little side hug. She like, nah, I'm not on that hug right now. I'm about to smack her. And they went after it. It was a tie. I don't understand what's going on with Nunu's ability to fight this season, but it was a complete tie. No one won anything or whatever. Then koldkilla get on the bus and she firing off on Nunu like, you was checking temperatures. You wasn't checking my temperature. Who you checking temperature? What temperature you checking? You wasn't checking my temperature. It is what it is. They going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Tavi get in, she kind of argue with Nunu because she felt Nunu was lying. But then we get on Tavi and Lex because Lex feel like, Tavi talking too much online and she needs to stop bringing up her business online, stop talking to her. She's like, I buried this long time ago. I don't want to fight you. Why are we bringing this back up? I buried this. I don't want to fight you. Why are we bringing this back up? Tavi talking about she ain't say nothing online. And I'm like, Tavi, yes, you did. And I know what video they talking about. And clearly they bring up that video that everybody should have had in their mind, including Tavi. But then Tavi on the back end is like, well, if I'm talking online, everybody talking online. I'm sorry. Maybe I don't follow all the ladies like that. But Tavi was going in extra, read all about it when she did not even have to. Like, she did not even have to bring up Lex. But she decides to. And when she was laying in that bed and I'm watching the video, I'm like, why are you talking about Lex? You still got a whole season to get through with her. Why are you talking about Lex? Leave it alone. Let her rest. Leave it alone. Like, we know you're not scared of her. We know you're not going to let her son you. Leave it alone. You don't have to mention Lex. Lex is not even bothering you. Lex ain't even say nothing about you. Why are you talking about Lex? Tavi? I don't understand that. Because when I was watching her in that hotel room, I'm like, girl, why is she doing this? Like, it don't make sense. But her and Lex is going back and forth, and Lex is real hot because she like, if I wanted to smack you, I would. Like, Lex is sunning the hell out of her in this whole bus going back and forth conversation. If I wanted to smack you, I would. I left you alone. You ain't got to leave nobody alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she talking real greasy. I mean, it's facts, but she talking real greasy. And I know she getting under Tavi's skin because Tavi is 36, Lex is 24. You're not finna let no youngin' son you like this, but she is, and she can, because not one particular time did you really best her like she bested you the multiple times that she did. But Tavi is not a punk, and she's not gonna let nobody son her without saying anything. So I'm like, oh man, here we go. Like, why we even going here? Like, blah. Like, Rollie, like, we need to go and get to the house. Tinker, like, no, let's not do this. Summer eating it all up. Summer got her popcorn. Summer, like, Tavi, right. You was popping it on the bus. You was being a little extra. Lex tends to have the ability not to remember everything that much because she's like, no, it didn't go down like that. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Like, y'all wanted to jump Scotty. If y'all would have got to Scotty, y'all would have jumped her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She still be trying to act like she don't know what we talking about. But that's the one thing I want her to fix. But other than that, she was on that. Tavi don't want to be son by a 24-year-old, but all the way through, she getting son. And I love Tavi, but Lex is sunning the hell out of her because she know that she can, right? The moment that struck a chord for me was when Tavi got up. And I'm like, oh God, why's she getting up? Why is she getting up? What is she doing right now? And she's screaming, like Lex is right here. She's screaming at the top of her lungs at the other girls trying to get her point across. I'm like, you too close. You too close to Lex. Then she turned to Lex and Lex said, I'm going to count down. I'm gonna count down to 3. And you need to get out my face. Bro, I'm like, yo, is this girl counting down right now? She said 1. I'm like, Tavi, first of all, why are you? There's 2 things, Tavi, you need to do. You need to punch the hell out of her after number 1, or just stop talking, sit down, and walk away. That's it. That's it. You're going to let this girl count down all the way to 3. That is like the worst thing. Mind you, she's been sending you all along on this bus, but now you letting her count down. Because it's already going there. So now you're letting her count you down. And then when she counts down, she pushes you. Oh my God. Bro, this is crazy to me. Lex feeling some sort of way. She don't want someone to say a word. She telling someone to shut up. Crazy word. Mind you, we get a whole edit hiccup with Tinker calling out Ahna, and I want to say she tried to call out mariahlynn, but we heard Ahna. I heard Ahna. If Gretchen can say the N-word, if Gretchen can't say the N-word, then Ahna and mariahlynn can't say the N-word either. I didn't hear mariahlynn, but I heard Ahna, but they bleeped it out, tried to cut it out. It was a piss poor edit. She can't tell the truth. She can't say what we all been saying online, even though it came out that, ahnamac is Dominican. She ain't really been claiming her black side like that, at least not publicly like that, And so, is she black? Is she not black? Is she mixed? I don't know. Every Dominican thinks something different. Every Dominican thinks something different. And let's be clear, the history in the Dominican Republic is that we don't claim nothing black. Do your research. So she young, she in the young generation. They all, now I'm not going to say all of them, but a lot of them think like that. It's not too many coaches. If you're not black, there's not too many coaches out there that's going to say and rep hard for their blackness. It's not too many of them. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Tinga said it. If Ahna could say it, if mariahlynn could say it, Gretch could say it, and I agree. I agree to that. Do I feel she coming from a bad place by saying it? Not really. I mean, after knowing her for these 2 seasons, and not really. It's still annoying as shit, though, because black people really shouldn't be saying it. But if you're not black at all, it should not come out your motherfucking mouth. And that's just how I feel. And I will never change that. Because the thing is, there's so much gravity that comes with the word. Even though we throw it around like it ain't nothing now. We throw it around like it ain't nothing. But there's so much gravity that comes to that word. Even today, black people are still at a heavy disadvantage all over the globe. The suffering of black people cannot be replicated and or duplicated by any other race. So any other race just haphazardly saying a word that stems from the racism and the injustice of black people, will always be crazy to me. But whatever. The new generation don't give a, so it is what it is. We don't give a, cool. We get to the house. Ahna and Biggie calling Sapphire a psycho because she was going crazy on stage, being unprofessional, trying to find Gretchen. Sapphire agrees. I'm glad she does because that was piss poor attitude and energy. It made no sense. Sapphire and Suki, feeling some sort of way about Gretchen, using it, calling her a bitch and, saying the N-word and that she wasn't the only one that was against it, blase, blase, skip. Boom. Other girls come in the house. Biggie like, Rollie, why was you at the meet and greet? Rollie was like, what meet and greet? She forgot the meet and greet. She the boss. I don't know. Rollie got to talk about some things. The girls want to hear what she got to talk about. Boom. Then we get Gretch coming in. I don't know where Gretch got this energy from. I don't know because she got beat up by Ahna the first and second episode. But she come in on that hot. And she don't care. She don't care how big Sapphire is, or if Sapphire is blocking Suki from getting into a fight. Gretchen go in here, toe-to-toe with Suki. Bang, hit her directly in her face. Bah. Then she get jumped. The girls are like, why we jumping? Why we jumping? That's not cool. Gretchen bleeding from the neck. I'm like, God damn. In my head, I'm thinking it was the thing that, Sapphire had on her thing and probably like scratched her neck up like that. She bleeding from the neck. Tinker feels some sort of way. Rollie feels some sort of way. Suki ain't hearing none of it. What y'all complaining about? I don't care. That's what we do. We jump. That's what we do. You got a problem with it? Anybody got a if you a girl that's in here that jumped before, suck my, that's pretty much what Suki said. Suck my, I ain't got nothing to say to you and I don't care. Y'all jump before, we jumping now. What you talking about? And to be honest, this was easy work. This was light work. It could really go up in here. And I'm like, okay, we don't want it to go up. Suki, calm down. But Suki don't care what nobody say. And then Summer gonna be the jumper hole police. Like, I don't understand why she even got something to say. Summer sat down somewhere. And Suki was like, girl, if you jump before, stay out my face. Because I don't care what you got to say right now. Suki on the belief that, hey, if Sapphire get in there, she come fight my friend, I'm jumping in. It is what it is. Just tell her to get some friends. That's pretty much what she wanted to say. But nobody else is jumping in there. Even though they proclaim to be cool with Gretchen. Nobody else is jumping in on that. It was very interesting. Very interesting. Fauna had a point. She made a point. What she said to me, she was like, I don't understand how Tavi and Gretchen are besties, or not besties, but like cool, claim to be friends, but she don't help Gretchen in the mix of getting jumped. So I don't know how y'all feel about that, but that's, that's what Fauna had to say. Nunu tried, but Nunu ain't want to fight Suki or Sapphire. So I don't know. If I claim to, it wasn't like, nobody in there is for Gretchen the way that Callie was. Callie wouldn't have got jumped. It would have been Callie and Gretchen versus Suki and Sapphire. That would have been, I'm sorry, that would have been lit. That would have been lit. I would have loved to see that. No shade. I like Suki and I like Sapphire, but I would have loved to see, you know what I'm saying? Like twosomes. It should either be a twosome season or a threesome season. It should. Anyway, Gretchen did her big one, bleeding neck and all. Then Tavi walk in the house. She's speaking under tongue. She's speaking in tongue. And, Lex capitalized off the moment. She said, oh, she walking out here. She want to create a scene. Let's create a scene. Let me get a scene in with this bitch. That's what Lex was. And if you're on a TV show, you got to say that. Like, you got to make it happen. But you know what? Lex was still on some let's talk. Let's talk. But Tavi didn't want to talk. Tavi, in my mind, Tavi is out here like, oh God, I gotta fight this girl again. But you started it, friend. You started it. You started this, Tavi. Lex didn't start nothing with you. You started this, Tavi. And yes, you put yourself in this again, you gotta deal with it again. But then you don't. You don't, though. But you decide to, because you decide to flinch at her and buck at her, because you're not going to let nobody sun you. And that's fine. That's fine. But Lex was coming at you with conversation, ma. Conversation in words. She was probably rude as fuck. No, because she knows she can beat you. She was probably rude as fuck. She was trying to probably do it on you and son of you all throughout that conversation. We don't know because they edited it out. Maybe. I'm guessing. But she was coming to talk, bare minimum. You could have saved that eye and just been like, all right, let's talk, whatever. And it would have been fine. But Tavi wanted to jump. Now, I don't know if she took off her boots or not. I don't know why she didn't take off them boots if she had them boots on. But when it come to Lex, I would have had that boot in my hand. No shade. That boot with the heel part on, it would have rocked her. No shade. Because otherwise, what's happening? What we just saw. Then she fall and it's over. But the security guard protected her. And it is what it is. Now you got this girl still laughing in your face because she knows she can beat you. Her friend come out ready to rock, but she know Lex got you. She come out, did you get her? Did you get her? Did you get her? And she calling you Pennywise. Now, not only are you DMX, not only are you, what's that ugly dude name? The Miami dude, Trunk Nut, I don't know his name. Trunk, Uncle Trunk, whatever his name is. Not only are you him, now you Pennywise. The girl that said your makeup was oily. The girl that, child, all this for what? Because you said something in the hotel room. You said it. Damn, like, but I respect Lex and Dolly. Not for the lying aspect on Lex's part, because she don't like to admit shit. But Lex and Dolly, like, when all the girls ran out, Lex was right there with, Dolly was right there with Lex. I like that. I like the grownness in that. That looks good, because Dolly can fight and Lex can fight, and they both could be baddies that look good in the mix of it. Ain't nobody punking them for real. Like, for real. I like these two. I think they are great. They are amazing without Summer. And yeah, hopefully we see more of them. People are talking like the baddies is done. I saw this back and forth going with Lemmy and Natalie. Like, we starting new things or doing new things. Baddies going wild is trash. It's like, and are we really up for bad boys? Like, are we really up? I remember watching Bad Boys, and every time they went to a club, it was empty. Like, Bad Boys is not selling out not arenas or clubs or venues like the bad. Are they? I don't know. Like, do y'all really care? Why did it take Bad Boys so long to come back? Because y'all really don't care about it for real. I don't know why they even doing it, no shade, but it is what it is. Then Gretch come back. Suki said, "Oh, how you feeling? You all right? Let's go. Let's fight again." They fight again, and security get in the way, and then it's the next episode. But listen here, this was the best. This was the best episode this season. It was. It was really good. It was. What do y'all think about it? Leave your comments below. Let me know how you feel. And what should I be talking about this week? What's been going on? I've been MIA. You know what I mean? Let me know what I should talk about. Love y'all. Love y'all for the comments. And yeah, I'm gonna work on that interview this week. Doses.